Hello guys, this is Victor. It's your Forex trader. When I got into Forex industry, I never understood about Forex leverage and margin to the fullest. In this video, I'm going to explain about Forex leverage and margin. Make sure you watch this video until to the end. Also subscribe and give a thumbs up. Let's get into the video. I'm going to start with a little disclaimer. So trading is very speculative and less. Foreign exchange trading is highly speculative and suitable only for those customers who understand and are willing to assume the economic, legal, and other risks involved, and are financially able to assume losses significant in excess of marginal deposit. My advice to forex traders is that never to invest in something that you don't understand. Forex is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes years to become a professional forex trader. Forex is not a gamble but a business. If you take it as a gamble, your account will be blown up, and if you take it as a business, your account will be growing every day. So what is leverage? Leverage is the ratio of the amount used in transaction to the required deposit. So deposit is also referred to as margin. It is the ability to control large dollar amounts of the security with a comparative small amount of capital. Leverage ranges according to a broker. So a broker can offer you a leverage of 1 to 5, leverage of 1 to 10, leverage of 1 to 50, leverage of 1 to 100, leverage of 1 to 500, leverage of 1 to 2000. So it's going to offer according to the broker, the leverage you are going to be offered. So here, the leverage is also referred to as borrowed funds. The broker is going to lend you funds. The fund that they are going to lend you, it is the loans, because all the transactions in the forex market are conducted in the form of lot sizes and lots. The broker, when you deposit certain amount into the broker, they are going to convert those amounts into the lots for you to trade. So they are going also to lend you certain amount. That's the job of the broker. Let me talk also about the lot. So currencies are traded in standard lot sizes to facilitate efficient trading on the forex market. In forex, all transactions can be conducted through standard, min, and micro lots. The standard retail lot is 100,000 units of the base currency. Broker offers various levels of leverage, allowing us to control full-size lots with significant raise capital in our account. So when I open an account with a broker, that is a standard account, I am going to be offered 100,000 of units per one lot size. Per one lot size, I'm going to be offered 100,000 units of lot. When I open an account with a broker, which is a min account, it's going to offer me 10,000 units of lot, which is a min lot. When I open again with a broker, an account of the micro account, they are going to offer me 1,000 units of lot, which is a micro lot. Okay, now let me show you how I calculate the margin, the expected amount that I should deposit when I open with a certain leverage. Let me show you. Okay, this is how I calculate. So when I open a standard account with a broker, this account I'm going to open, it is going to offer me a leverage of 1 to 10. The broker offering me leverage of 1 to 10. So every standard account, it has got 100,000 units of float. So it is 100,000 divided by 10, which is the leverage. It's going to give me 10,000 US dollar. So I am expected to deposit the minimum of 10,000 US dollar. That's the minimum I'm expected. When I open an account, the leverage of the standard account of a broker and the leverage of 1 to 10, I'm expected to deposit the minimum amount of 10,000 US dollars. Again, if I open an account, a standard account of a broker, offering me a leverage of 1 to 500, so it is 100,000 divided by 100,000 divided by 500, divided by 500, it's going to give me $200. Again, if I open an account with a broker, a standard account, offering me a leverage of 1 to 2,000, what is the minimum amount that I should deposit? It is 100,000 of the micro of the standard lot unit. This is a standard lot of units divided by 20,000. It's going to give me $5. So I'm expected to deposit $5 in this account. So the higher the leverage, the smaller amount to deposit. The lower the leverage, the higher the amount to deposit. That's the way it is. And the higher the leverage, so the higher the leverage, the higher the risk of blowing your account. The lower the leverage, the lower the risk of blowing your account. I'm going to show you that in the next scenario. Okay, let me also calculate for the main account. When I open an account with a broker, which is a main account, this is how I'm going to calculate the minimum amount that I'm going to deposit. So if I open a leverage of 1 to 500, it is with main account 10,000 of mean units of lots divided by 500. It's going to give me $20. So $20 is the amount that I'm expected to deposit. It's the minimum amount. Again, if I open a micro account with a broker with a leverage of 1 to 500, so micro it has 1,000 units of lots divided by 500 leverage. It's going to give me $2. So I'm expected to deposit a minimum amount of $2 when I open a micro account with a broker offering me 500 leverage. Okay, now let me show you now the examples, the difference between the higher leverage and the lower leverage. I'll start with the chart of Great British Pound US dollar. So the first two letters GB. So GB, it is the Great British Pound. These first two letters, they represent the country in which the currency is coming from. So this one is Great Britain, and P, it is the currency that the country is using. So this one is Great British Pound. So Great British Pound here, it was the best currency. Then US it is United States, and this for the country, the currency country. So US dollar is the country, and it is the currency the country is using. So it is United States dollars, and United States dollars here, it is called because it is the second currency. The first currency, it is the best currency. So when I get into this Google chart here, it is telling me that on this day, £1 in exchange was equivalent to 1.1111 United States. If I want to change £1 to US dollar, it was equivalent to 1.11 United States dollar. So when I go into the chart, which is a MetaTrader 4 chart, the Forex chart now, the Forex chart was indicating that if I want to buy Great British Pound US dollar, I should buy this at a certain price, of 1.1579. If I want to sell, I'll sell it at a rate of 1.1524. So the difference between the buy and sell, which is ask and bid, the difference between ask and bid is the spread. So the spread is the commission that the broker gets. When I open a trade on MetaTrader 4, it always starts with a negative. That negative, it is the amount that the broker is has already gotten from the trade, the negative. Okay, now let me get into the case. There is a case 1. I decide to buy £100,000. £100,000, it is the lot now. This one is standard account. I decide to buy £100,000 and sell United States dollar at a rate of 1.11579. Do I need more than 100,000 United States dollars to open the trade? No. With a leverage of 1 to 50, I will need to put down only 1 to 50 of the deal size as the margin, which is equal to 2,220 US dollars. So this is how I calculated. What is the margin? If I want to trade this, I want to open this account, this trade. What is the initial deposit that I should deposit? The initial money that I should deposit. So this is how I calculated. I'm going to start with the standard unit lot divided by 50, which is the leverage. It's going to give me 2,000 pounds. Then 2,000 pounds times the current price at which I'm buying this currency. So it is 1.11. It's going to give me $2,220. So that is the margin. That is the minimum amount that I'm required to deposit on this when I open in this currency. If I want to buy Great British Pounds to US dollar. So when I open this trade, the minimum amount that I'm required to deposit is $2,220. Let me go to the case 2 now. This is the case in which I'm going to differentiate between the higher leverage and the lower leverage. So case 1, leverage of 1 to 50. This is the smaller leverage. Then case 1A, leverage of 1 to 500. I'm going to use the charts from MetaTrader 4. It's going to be an example. I opened the trade at on 28 September at 1.08236. I bought Great British Pound US dollar on 1 hour chart, and it went on and it might take profit at a rate of 1.12349. Okay, so I open a position of 1 lot, which requires an initial deposit of 2,500 US dollars. So this is how I calculated. It is 100,000 times the current price at which I'm buying the currency, divided by the leverage. It's going to give me 2,500 US dollars. I was light now on this trade. Pound appreciate against dollar to 1.12. 349. Then I decide to close the trade and take the profit. Okay. Result, pound raised by 411 pips. So how did I come up with it? I have to subtract 1.12349 minus 1.08236. It's going to give me 411 pips. Then I'm going to multiply by 10 to remove the 10,000 to remove the decimal place. So my profit is 411 times 1 the lot size times 50 the leverage. It's going to give me $20,550. That's the profit. So I go now to case 1A, which is case A1. Having a leverage of 1 to 500, I open a position of 1 lot, which requires an initial deposit of $250. So the higher the leverage, the smaller the amount to deposit. The lower the leverage, the higher the amount to deposit. But it is opposite in terms of risk. So the higher the leverage, the higher the risk. The lower the leverage, the lower the risk. So here now, I'll start with 100,000 units of float, which is the standard, times the current price at which I'm buying this currency, divide by 500. It's going to give me $250. That is the minimum I'm expected to deposit. The minimum initial deposit that I'm expected. Hours light, pounds appreciate against the dollar to 1.2349, and then I decide to close the trade and take the profit. The result, pound raised by raised by 14. It is 4,011 pips. So here I have also to calculate the pips. So the same price at which I took my take profit, divided by the currency at which I opened minus the currency at which I opened the trade, times 10,000 is going to give me 411 pips. So my take profit is 411 pips times the lot size, which is 1, times 500 the leverage, is going to give me 200,000, 500,000, and $500. So the higher the leverage, the higher the reward. The lower the leverage, the lower the reward. That's the way it is. Let me go now to case B. If I were to lose now this trade, what should have happened now? So case B. Here I decided to open a position at 1.12349. I decided to buy. So here it went against me. Okay, I open a position the same leverage of 1 to 5 and the same leverage of 1 to 500. I open a position of 1 lot, which requires an initial deposit of $2,500. So it is 100,000. 1 lot is standard lot. It is 100,000 units of lot times the current price at which I opened the trade. It is 1.12349 divided by 50, which is the lot size. It's going to give me $2,500. Then hours long, pound depreciates against the dollar to 1.08236. Then I decide to close the trade and take the profit. Then to take the loss. Now this is the loss. Result, pounds fell by negative 411 pips. So here I have to subtract I have to subtract the price at which I bought this currency minus the stop loss. Now the stop loss here, it was negative 411 pips. That was the stop loss. So it is 1.12349 minus 1.08236 times 10,000. My loss is negative 411 times one lot that I opened times 50, which is the leverage. It's going to give me negative $20,550. So case B. Now the leverage of 1 to 500. I open a position of lot which requires an initial deposit of 250, which requires an initial deposit of 250, which is the minimum. So it is 100,000 times 1 point, the current price at which I open the trade, then I times divide times 1.08236 divide by 500. I was long. Pound depreciates against the dollar to 1.10836, and I decide to close the trade and take my loss. Result: pound fallen by negative 14, negative 411 pips. So my profit was 411 pips times one lot that I opened times 500, which was the leverage. It's going to give me negative 200,000, $5,500. So here, the higher the leverage, the higher the profit, the higher the leverage, the higher the loss. So the lower the leverage, the lower the profit, the lower the leverage, the lower the risk of losing. So in conclusion, leverage is very aggressive investment strategy. Only traders with high risk tolerance should consider using big leverage. Use leverage that you are comfortable with. It is very risky to start with $10 due to high leverage. Beginners should start with a demo account. The higher the ratio of leverage, the higher your profit. Thank you for watching this video up to the end. Signing out, Barry.